Hey, what's up guys? I'm back playing some Black Ops 2, playing some Domination. I'm going to be using the Remington 870 diamond camo as always. Love that diamond camo on that shotgun, it looks so good. And so I'm going to be doing, I guess, another update video because I can't be putting these videos out as much at the moment because of I just haven't really had time to play games right now. As hard as that is to believe, usually I can play games for around during the school week, maybe 3 or 4 hours easily, but I really want to stay for these tests. I just want to pass them and get them over with because once that happens, I'll definitely be more relaxed and do my own thing and stay focused on more important things. But I guess I'll go ahead and talk about a few things. So like I said, I've been playing. This is also in theater mode, so it may be a little choppy-ish, weird, whatever sometimes. So I can't really do nothing about that. I wish I was recording at the time, though, so it'd look a little bit better. But like I said, hey, it happens. This is a pretty old gameplay. Not too old, but it was about a week or so ago. So yeah, but enough about that. I guess we'll go ahead and talk about some things that like the tests that I'm doing. So I'm doing obviously some midterms, and those tests are they're pretty long tests. And I guess I'll talk about what I do to study for them. If people are like ever wondering, if people are ever struggling in school or something, and I don't like make straight A's, like 90 something all the time. Like I don't do that. I mean, I care about passing my tests with pretty good grades. I mean, I try to get the best grades I obviously can, but I have to save a little bit of time for activities like YouTube, gaming, all that. I don't want to just study the whole time in school. Like that seems a little bit boring, but that's just me. But to each his own, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, that's how it goes. But yeah, I mean, like how I study, I mean, I just pretty much just keep reading the material. I mean, it also depends on the subject and stuff. Like for instance, Spanish 1 last year that I had my sophomore year, I thought it was pretty difficult, but I think I was being a little bit lazy and just wasn't really trying to study it because I mean, I don't know what my deal was. I mean, I still did really good in the subject at the end of the year. I ended up getting like a B-, which is still a pretty good grade to be in Spanish, seeing as that's not my native language. But anyway, I'm in Spanish 2 now. I'm a junior, and that being said, I got a lot of really difficult subjects this year. I mean, they're not easy, and I don't know. I mean, like I guess for instance, the Spanish 2 this year, I have a different teacher as well, but the Spanish 2 this year does seem a little bit more difficult because you are learning a few different I guess, I don't know what they're called. You're just learning, obviously, a bunch of different new phrases and conjunctions or conjugates or whatever they're called. There's a few different things that we're learning this year. And, I mean, when you break it all down, it's really just the fact of the matter is if you just study the material, you don't just keep reading it, I mean, it works for me. And it pretty much, I think that's one of the easiest ways to study. I mean, it's one of the best ways. It's one of the most reliable ways to study, I guess. I'm not, obviously trying to sound like a nerd and be like, well, you gotta do your homework, man, all that. Like, I mean, I can really care less. I'm still gonna, I mean, look, my goal in school is to do really well and hopefully get some credits and possibly help out for any scholarships if I wanted to ever decide to go to college at some point. I mean, that could really be useful down the road. I mean, I don't want to maybe go to college right after school. I want to go ahead and focus on some more important things like being financially stable, hopefully getting a pretty decent job. I still don't have one yet, still looking for one. Obviously I want to be in not a full-time job because I'm still in school, but I want to have something to, again, help pay some bills. But when I get out of high school, I may go to some sort of tech school. I don't know. That's still, I mean, it's undecided, and a lot of people still say, that they I don't know. I mean, people just kind of, more or less, they just kind of worry, it seems to me, too much about, oh, I want to go to college, I want to go to this, that, Harvard, all this, these crazy big colleges. And, I mean, a lot of the stuff that they support or provide, it doesn't really, I guess it doesn't really fit me, because what I kind of wanted to do was something to maybe do with computers, whether it be designing, let's see, hardware or programs, or fixing computers if they're having some troubles or just whatever. Maybe something to do with that, because I do know that technology is quickly advancing in the world, and that's a very good field to go into because, like I said, technology is quickly expanding, and it's just becoming more and more popular and more convenient, and it's really important now. Back many years ago, it just didn't seem like everybody needed a computer, but now they're just so convenient and they're very helpful that people really rely on them, and it's just a good field that you should try to go into if you kind of like that stuff. Now, again, I'm not a computer expert. That's why I wanted to learn about them, because it is pretty interesting stuff. I mean, at least in my opinion, I mean, I think it is some pretty cool stuff you can learn about computers that you may not learn in the real world. I mean, it's just really cool. And that was just a thought that popped into my mind. A lot of other people were saying I should, I mean, a lot of people say you should, go into being a doctor or, a high-paying job. Now, I wouldn't necessarily say that either, just because if it doesn't suit you, there's no point being in a job that you don't like. I mean, you're not going to do that well at the job if, you're not enjoying it. I want to do a job that I can definitely enjoy, or have a career, rather, whatever you decide to call it. I guess you can say a career because that's more or less like what you want to do. A job's just kind of a temporary thing, and it just pays and helps you get your bills out of the way. But I definitely want to have a career that I enjoy very thoroughly, because that would just make life really enjoyable, because no one wants to just be working at the factory plant or a factory plant for so many years, and then I don't know. I mean, it's worth it at some point. Like, I mean, in some perspectives, you can say that, working at a factory or a job that pays, 15, 20 or like that an hour, in my opinion, that's a really good and high-paying job, especially in the economy today. I mean, that's ridiculous. If you could ever have a job like that, you would just be super thankful. I mean, there's plenty of people that would be thankful just to have a job, and I'm definitely one of them. I would really appreciate having a job, but like I said, I'm still looking, and it's pretty difficult. I mean, a lot of people know that. I mean, I think all the people that subscribe to me pretty much live in the United States, and you guys understand that, well, our economy is not the best, but, not being negative, it's just how it is. Hopefully it'll get better, and I'm sure it will over time. It'll take a little while, so hopefully we'll get out of our little rut that we're in, which, it will happen, I'm pretty sure. I don't know what's going to happen whenever, wherever the oil, like we're getting our oil from, all the, over there, man. But, whenever that runs out, they're going to have, supposedly they have a bunch of oil and stuff in Alaska. So I don't know if that's going to help us out or not. I mean, that might benefit us because it's over here and we could easily get it, shipped to U.S. for much cheaper than overseas and stuff, because, that might even help our economy out, but we still have to wait like another 100 years, supposedly, or predicted, so that's going to suck. I will not be alive during that time, which, yeah, it's whatever. But I can only imagine how much stuff's going to change in like 20 years or even 10 years, because if you look back, I mean, look how much stuff's changed just within the past 15 years. I'm only 16 years old, and I don't really remember much stuff from when I was 1 or 2 years old, but, ask your parents. I mean, they can tell you that stuff's way different than it used to be, and it really is. So imagine what things are going to be like about 15 or 20 years from now. I mean, you're going to be amazed. It really, it's going to be a trip. That's all I got to say, and I'm kind of excited to see what's going to be in the future. I mean, a lot of people are saying I'm scared of a little bit of the future, what's going to be in it. People, have all their own opinions about and speculations about stuff, but I am pretty excited for the future. It seems pretty cool. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's still not going to be flying cars like people are going to have flying cars. Obviously, that's not going to happen for probably, I don't even think ever, unless everybody's economy just suddenly is so good that pretty much everybody's above middle class, which, let's face it, that won't happen. But because, I mean, if you think about it, cars alone, like some of the even newer cars today, alone cost around 40 grand. Could you imagine a hover car? That's a little bit different. But anyways, guys, this gameplay is wrapping up. I hope you enjoyed it. It was a pretty objective-based gameplay. I really love watching those, and I hope you guys too also. But I will see you in the next commentary. I'm out.